Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 17th District Volleyball Tournament. Our semifinal tonight has the Central Hardin Bruins taking on the John Hardin Bulldogs. We're now going to turn it over to Coach Hampton, who will do the lineups for both teams.
Number 12, Addie Archer. Number 27, Allie Blair. Number 3, Kelsey Bringers. Number 36, Jasmine Carroll. Number 11, McKenna Cox. Number 10, Anna Lewis. Number 2, Alex Mackey. Number 17, Kara Meisel. Number 6, Genesis, you know your name is Genesis Mullen. Thank you. Number 9, Danielle Nelson. Number 22, Lily Pageant. Number 28, Sydney Phillips. Number 13, Sarah Powers. Number 21, Lauren Vest. Number 5, Lindsay Vest. And number 31, Lillian Young. And for the John Hardin Lady Bulldogs, number 1, Judy Lee. Number 4, Malaya Ignacio. Number 11, Autumn Ridge. Number 14, Morgan Host. Number 18, Rihanna Davis. Number 19, Julie Kyle. Number 22, Jenna Newby. Number 27, Claire Wessel. And your captains, number 10, Sydney. Number 16, Sarah Jones. And number 8, Destiny Shorter. Good luck to both teams in this district championship.
So there we have our lineups for both teams. And this is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan at 270-723-4626, and he'll get the job done. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable, unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at bugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. The winner of tonight's semifinal matchup will take on the Elizabethtown Panthers in tomorrow night's championship game back here at John Hardin High School. Game time set for 6:30. On the court for the Bruins as they come out, it'll be Allie Blair, Kelsey Brangers, Lauren Vest, Addie Etcher, Lily Paget, and Jasmine Carroll. For the Bulldogs, Morgan Holst, Sarah Jones, Autumn Ridge, Judy Lee, and starting the serving will be Sydney Jones. Vest to Blair for Carroll. Dug out by Ridge. Now Sydney Jones sends it across. Bumped by Brangers for Atcher. Blocked there by Jones and Holst. John Hardin will serve 1, serving 0. And an ace for Sydney Jones. And we 2 serving 0. Vest to Blair for Atcher. Touched at the net, and it will be a point for the Bruins. Genesis Mullen checks in on the front line for the Bruins. Kelsey Brangers to the service line, 1 serving 2. Jones gets to that one. Now Sarah Jones sends it over. Vest to Blair for Paget, and unable to return it, and a point for the Bruins. 2 serving 2. Sydney Jones for Holst, blocked at the net by Paget, and a point for the Bruins. Ridge to Lee for Sydney Jones, sends it over. Brangers to Blair for Mullins, tipped over. It is out, point for the Bulldogs. Destiny Shorter checks in on the front line as Judy Lee goes to the service line. 3 serving 3. Brangers to Blair for Paget to the back line. Jones for Holst, blocked at the net, unable to dig it back out, and a point for the Bruins. Danielle Nelson checks in for the Bruins. She heads to the service line. 4 serving 3. Sydney Jones for Holst, touched at the net by Carroll, bumped by Vest. Blair outside for Mullins, and Mullins with the kill as it runs right down the tape. Five serving 3. Jones for Ridge, touched at the net. Brangers gets to it. Blair for Vest. Backline, Judy Lee will return it across. Brangers now to Blair. Short sets for Carroll. Hit at the net, dug out by Holst. Sydney Jones for Newby. She sends it over. Brangers to Blair. We have a double hit and a point for the Bulldogs. Claire Wessel checks into the lineup for the Bulldogs as Autumn Ridge goes to the service line. 4 serving 5. Brangers to Nelson. Mullen sends it over. Lee to Sydney Jones for Wessel to the back line. Brangers gets to it. Nelson can't. And a point for the Bulldogs. Five serving 5. That one's long. Point for the Bruins. That'll get Sydney Phillips and Lindsay Vest up off the bench for Coach Reneker. And Lindsay Vest will head to the service line. 6 serving 5. Ridge unable to get to it, and it'll be an ace for Vest. Seven serving 5. Sydney Jones for Holst. Touched at the net. Brangers gets to it. Nelson bumps it. Mullen sends it over. Ridge to Sydney Jones for Shorter. That goes wide, and a point for the Bruins. 8 serving 5. Ridge to Sydney Jones for Holst. Back line to Nelson. Vest for Mullins. And that one's not dug out. And a kill for Mullins. Point for the Bruins. Nine serving 5. Lee to Sydney Jones for Wessel. Dug out there by Shorter. Then Holst. Now Lee will send it over. Brangers to Lindsey Vest for Mullins. Dug by Ridge. Sydney Jones for Wessel. Touched at the net. Vest to Brangers for Mullins. Sends it across. Wessel gets there. Sydney Jones. Now it'll be Ridge who sends it across to Brangers. Lindsey Vest for Lauren. Vest just tries to float it over. Ridge gets there. Sydney Jones will toss it over. Brangers, and we're going to have a double hit on the Bulldogs. Point for the Bruins. 10 serving 5. Ridge to Shorter, to Sydney Jones, hit over by Holst. And it'll be a point for the Bulldogs as the Bruins unable to return that one. Julie Kiter into the ball game for John Hardin. She'll head to the service line. 6 serving 10. Lindsey Vest for Lauren. Vest, she'll send it to the back line. Lee gets to it. Shorter. Now Lee will send it over the net. Nelson to Lindsey Vest for Phillips. Dug there by Kiter. Sydney Jones for Autumn Ridge. She sends it to the back line for Brangers. Lindsey Vest for Mullins. And Mullins gets the kill. Sarah Powers checks into the service line, while Addie Atcher checks in on the front line. Lee to Kiter for Sydney Jones. Dug there by Nelson. Lindsey Vest gets to it. Now Powers will hit it over. Sydney Jones to Kiter for Shorter. That goes long. And a point for the Bruins. 12 serving 6. Lee to Kiter. She'll send it to the back corner. Nelson gets there. Lindsey Vest tries to dump it over. Send it back. It'll be a point for the Bruins as that one's out. 13 serving 6. With that, Coach Hampton will call a timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Property, for all your real estate needs, contact Ryan. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works, online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Back to action. Set number 1. Sarah Powers at the line for the Bruins. 13 serving 6. Dug out by Kiter. Ridge gets it over. Nelson to Lindsey Vest for Phillips. Lead gets to that one. Now Kiter trying to get it to Wessel. She gets it over the net. Atcher to Lindsey Vest. Back for Atcher. Back line that goes off the Bulldogs, and a kill for the freshman. 14 serving 6. Floats that one over. Wessel hit it, but no other Bulldog able to get to it, and it'll be an ace for Powers. 15, serving 6. Sydney Jones to Kiter for Ridge. Dug there by Lindsey Vest to Powers. And Atcher unable to get it back over. Point for the Bulldogs. Genesis Mullen will check in, and then Bringers will take her spot. Destiny Shorter to the service line for the Bulldogs. 7, serving 15. Bringers to Lindsey Vest for Atcher. And that one lands on the line. Point for the Bruins. Lily Paget checks into the front line for the Bruins as Lauren Vest heads to the service line. 16, serving 7. Lee to Kiter. Now Ridge to send it over. Lauren Vest to Lindsey Vest, and we'll have a double hit. And it will be a point for the Bulldogs. Julie Newby back into the lineup for John Hardin. She'll head to the service line. 8, serving 16. Lindsey Vest for Atcher. Blocked at the net. I'm going to say it did not clear the net. 4 hits on the Bruins. Newby with the serve. Now Vest for Phillips on the inside, and she gets the kill. Allie Blair and Jasmine Carroll check in for Central Hardin. Blair heads to the service line. 17, serving 9. Newby to Kiter for Sydney Jones. Blair digs that one out. Bringers with the bump for Atcher. So Ridge to Kiter. Now Newby will send it to the back corner. Bringers for Blair. For Paget, that goes long, and a point for the Bulldogs. Morgan Holst back into the lineup for John Hardin as Sydney Jones goes to the service line. 10, serving 17. Bringers to Blair for Atcher. She'll bump it over. Sydney Jones to Lee for Ridge, and Ridge gets the kill. 11, serving 17. Lauren Vest to Allie Blair for Carroll, and Carroll gets the kill. Mullins back on the front line for the Bruins. Kelsey Bringers heads to the service line. 18, serving 11. Newby to Jones Dug by Blair. Bump from Bringers. Paget blocked at the net by Sarah Jones. Holst for Sydney Jones. Now Autumn Ridge will just float it over. Blair gets to that one. Bump by Bringers. Paget backline to Lee. Sydney Jones just tries to dump it over, finds a hole. And a point for the Bulldogs. Judy Lee to the line, 12, serving 18. Bringers to Blair for Mullins, dug there by Newby. Sydney Jones for Ridge. Blair gets to that one, Bringers, and now Blair sends it over. Dug by Shorter for Sydney Jones, now for Holst, and Holst the kill. Oh, they're going to say a net violation on the Bulldogs. Point for the Bruins. It'll be 19 serving 12. Nelson in the serve for the Bruins. It'll be 19 serving 12. Nelson at the line. There was some confusion there as one official awarded the point to one side, one to the other. Lee to Sydney Jones for Ridge, and Ridge gets the kill. Wessel checks back in for John Hardin as Ridge goes to the service line. 13 serving 19. Bringers to Blair for Mullins. She'll just send it over. Shorter for Sydney Jones for Holt. And it lands in as the Bruins all went up thinking it was going to be a shot from Holst. It just falls in. Point for the Bulldogs, 14 serving 19. Bringers to Carroll, and that'll be a double hit. And a point for the Bulldogs. 15 serving 19. Bringers to Blair for Mullins. Sydney Jones gets to it. Lee keeps it in. He's sent over by Ridge, but that goes wide. And a point for the Bruins. Lindsey Vest now to the service line for the Bruins. 20 serving 15. Sydney Jones for Wessel to the back line to Nelson. Lindsey Vest across from Mullins. She'll get the kill as it goes out off the Bulldogs. Lindsey Vest, 21 serving 15. It goes out. An ace for Vest. 22 serving 15. Lee, Sydney Jones for Shorter, and Shorter gets the kill. Point for John Hardin. Julie Kiter back into the lineup as she'll head to the service line. 16 serving 22. Nelson to Lindsey Vest. Branger sends it over. Sydney Jones to Kiter, back for Jones. Pops it over to Brangers. Lindsey Vest for Lauren Vest, sends it to the backside to Kiter. Sydney Jones for Wessel. Dug there by Mullins. Lindsey Vest, now Lauren Vest, her shot goes long. And it'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Kiter back to the line, 17 serving 22. That goes long. Point for the Bruins. Sarah Powers now into the lineup. To the service line. 23 serving 17. Lee to Kiter for Sydney Jones across to Powers. Lindsey Vest for Atcher. And Atcher gets the kill. And so Powers will serve for set number 1, 24 serving 17. Floats that one over. Sydney Jones to Kiter. She'll send it to the back line. Nelson gets to it. Lindsey Vests, and they double hit. And Kelsey Brangers checks in on the back line for the Bruins. It's Destiny Shorter at the line for the Bulldogs. 18 serving 24. Nelson to Lindsey Vest for Atcher. Ridge got to it, and Wessel Shorter sends it over. Brangers, Lindsey Vest. Atcher again. And the block good from Sydney Jones and Sarah Jones. 19 serving 24. Brangers to Lindsey Vest for Atcher. But there by Wessel. Kiter for Ridge. Dug by Nelson. Lindsey Vest for Phillips in the middle. Dug out by Nelson. Vest sends it over. Wessel to Kiter for Sarah Jones. Blocked at the net. And that will do it. As set number 1 goes to Central, 25-19. They will switch sides and we'll start set number 2. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan at 270-723-4626 and he'll get the job done. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900, online at muggabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and you can always search our past broadcast on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Reminder, we will be back on the air tomorrow night at 6:30 as we'll have the championship game here at John Hardin High School. Start time is 6:30. Elizabethtown punched their ticket earlier tonight, defeating the North Hardin Trojans 3-0. And then Friday night we'll be back on the air as it'll be football action as the North Hardin Trojans travel to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. Game time there is scheduled for 7:30. We're set number 2 out on the court now for the Bruins. Genesis Mullins, Jasmine Carroll, Lily Paget, Allie Blair, Lauren Vest, and Kelsey Brangers. On the court for the Bulldogs, Autumn Ridge, Julie Kiter, Sarah Jones, Julie Newby, Destiny Shorter, and Sydney Jones. Judy Lee set to check in at the libero spot. And Kelsey Brangers will start off set number 2, serving for the Bruins. Lee to Sydney Jones for Ridge. Heads it to the back line, Lauren Vest. Allie Blair, and Mullins gets the kill. One serving 0. Newby to Kiter. Ridge able just to get it over. Mullins to Blair. Back for Phillips. Have a net violation. Holst checks into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Sidney Jones to the service line. 1 serving 1. Vest for Carroll. Newby back for Sidney Jones. Lauren Vest to Allie Blair. Block there. A net violation again on Central Hardin. 2 serving 1. Rangers. Blair for Mullins. Blocked inside. Mullins sends it right across to Ridge. Sidney Jones for Holst. Blocked there by Mullins. Point for the Bruins. Danielle Nelson into the lineup for Central. Heads to the service line. 2 serving 2. Lee. Sidney Jones for Sarah Jones across court. It's wide. A point for the Bruins. 3 serving 2. Ridge to Sidney Jones for Holst. Brangers digs it out. Blair for Carroll. Ridge gets to that one. Sidney Jones for Holst again. Dug out by Blair. 2 players, Lauren Vest and Jasmine Carroll, run into each other. Ball goes to the ground. Point for the Bulldogs. Destiny Shorter checks on in for the front line as Judy Lee goes to the service line. 3 serving 3. Brangers to Blair for Mullins. Goes off the fingertips of Holst. A kill for Central. Now to be Lily Paget. Sydney Phillips checks in along with Lindsay Vest. Lindsay will go to the service line. 4 serving 3. Ridge to Shorter. Sent over by the Bruins. Unable to return it, and Genesis Mullins with another kill for Central Hardin. 5 serving 3. That one into the net. Service fault. Claire Wessel checks back in for the Bulldogs as Autumn Ridge heads to the service line. 4 serving 5. And they return the favor. Addie Etcher checks back in on the front line as Sarah Powers will head to the service line. 6 serving 4. Lee will send it all the way back over. Lindsay Vest for Danielle Nelson. Back to Lauren Vest. Blocked at the net. Vest gets it back over. Atcher sends it over. Jones going to send it to the back. Nelson gets there. Lindsay Vest for Atcher down the line. It's in as it catches the line. Point for the Bruins. 7 serving 4. Lee to Sidney Jones for Holst. Dug by Nelson. Powers for Lauren Vest. Into the back line. It finds a hole. And another point for the Bruins. Eight serving 4.
Lee over 4. Lindsey Vest now back to Phillips. Phillips finds a hole. Powers to the service line. 9 serving 4. That finds a spot. That's an ace. It'll be 10 serving 4. Ridge to Holst for Shorter. Atcher to Lindsey Vest. Back for Atcher. Blocked there by Holst. Dug out by the Bruins. Powers for Lauren Vest. Sends it over. Now Lindsey Vest back sets for Atcher. She'll send it to the back line to Ridge. Sydney Jones for Shorter. Blocked inside. Dug out by the Bulldogs. Lee unable to get that one over, and it'll be 4 hits on the Bulldogs. Point for the Bruins. 11 serving 4. With that, Coach Hampton will take a timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties, for all your real estate needs, contact Ryan. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Back to action. It'll be Sarah Powers on the line for the Bruins. 11 serving 4. Ridge to Sydney Jones for Holst. Back line to Nelson. Lindsey Vest for Phillips on the inside. It's wide, and a point for the Bulldogs. Julie Kinder checks back in the lineup for the Bulldogs, heads to the service line. Kelsey Bringer's back in on the back line for the Bruins. 5 serving 11. Nelson to Lindsey Vest for Atcher, just taps it over. And a good job by the Bulldogs, just not able to get it back over the net. Point for the Bruins. Lily Padgett checks back in on the front line for the Bruins as Lauren Vest will head to the service line. 12 serving 5. Ridge to Kiter for Sydney Jones. Touched at the net. Lauren Vest able to get to it, and Atcher unable to get it back over. Point for the Bulldogs. Coach Hampton encouraging his players as it'll be Destiny Shorter to the service line. 6 serving 12. Brangers. Lindsey Vest for Padgett. Kiter for Wessel. Knocked up by Brangers. Lindsey Vest tries to dump it over. Kiter gets to it. That'll go long, and it'll be a point for the Bruins. Allie Blair and Jasmine Carroll back into the lineup for the Bruins. Blair heading to the service line. 13 serving 6. Lee to Sydney Jones for Sarah Jones. Atcher digs it out. Blair sends it back into play. Atcher sends it over, but it's wide, and a point for the Bulldogs. Julie Newby checks back in for John Hardin. She'll head to the service line. 7 serving 13. Bringers to Blair for Atcher. Dumps it over. Air Jones got a hand on it. Now Kiter sends it over. Bringers up to Blair. For Paget down the line. It's in. A point for the Bruins. Newby to Kiter for Sydney Jones. Dumps it over. She actually get a kill out of that one as Branger's unable to get to it. Point for the Bulldogs. Holst checks in as Sydney Jones goes to the service line. 8 serving 14. Lauren Vest to Blair for Mullins. Dug by Newby. Sydney Jones just Autumn Ridge. She sends it across. Bringers to Blair for Carroll. Carroll, they're going to say it was wide. The corner official says it was in. The head official right there said it was out. It'll be a point for the Bulldogs. 9 serving 14. The ball went back down one of the tunnels. Brangers to Blair for Mullins. Misplays that one. And a point for the Bulldogs. 10 serving 14. Blair for Mullins. Dug by Newby. Ridge. Now Newby will send it to the back. That's long. And a point for Central Hardin. Danielle Nelson will check in. She'll head to the service line. 15 serving 10. Newby to Lee. Sarah Jones will send it over. Bringers to Blair for Carroll. Back line, it's in. Point for Central. 16 serving 15. Lee going to send it all the way back over. Brangers bumps to Blair from Mullins. Blocked at the net by Sarah Jones. Point for the Bulldogs. Judy Lee now to the service line for John Hardin. 11 serving 16. Brangers to Blair for Carroll. Dug by Ridge. Sydney Jones sends it back over. Blair keeps it in, but Bruins unable to return it. Point for the Bulldogs. And with that, Coach Winokur will take a timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties. Bluegrass Cellular, where wireless works. Anytime Exterminating, online at megabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We come back to action It'll be Judy Lee at the service line for the Bulldogs. 12 serving 16. Tune in weekly for rebroadcast of all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. And you can always search our past broadcast on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. As we come back to action, Lauren Vest will be at the line for the Bruins. 21 serving 15. Ridge to Kiter, back for Ridge. Dug by Lauren Vest over. Vessel gets it back now. Bruins get it back. Kiter for short, Jones. And there'll be a kill by Sydney Jones. Sarah Jones now checks back in on the front line. Destiny Shorter goes to the service line. 16 serving 21. Lindsay Vest for Phillips. Dug by Ridge. Sydney Jones tries to sneak it over. Brangers, then it'll be Lindsay Vest. And she does get it in. Allie Blair and Jasmine Carroll check into the lineup. Blair to the service line, 22 serving 16. And that'll be an ace from Blair, 23 serving 16. Into the net, service fault. That'll allow Julie Newby back into the lineup for the Bulldogs as she heads to the service line. 17 serving 23. Brangers to Blair for Atcher. And Atcher gets the kill. And Kelsey Brangers to the service line. Sweet. 24 serving 18. Serving for set number 2. That's long. Point for the Bulldogs. Morgan Holst checks back in on the front line. Sydney Jones to the service line. Lauren Vest to Paget. Branger sends it over. Lee right back up near the net. Sarah Jones just swats at it and it goes over the net and in. Point for the Bulldogs. 20 serving 24. Lauren Vest to Blair, back for Mullins, dug by Ridge. Sydney Jones back for Ridge, taps it over. Blair gets to that one. Now it's Brangers for Mullins, just tips it over. Jones sends it back. Blair gets to it. Brangers bumps for Paget down the line, dug by Newby. Sydney Jones sends it over, but it's a double hit, and it will be set for the Bruins. They will win set number 2, 25-20. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties, Bluegrass Cellular, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'll be back in approximately 2 minutes with set number 3.
Hey JJ, how was your day today?
Fine, but my lunch account is low.
Your lunch bank account is low?
Yeah.
Okay, I can go to the Payment Plus account and take care of that and load it for you. Is there anything else?
I guess that's it. I'm going to go do my homework, Mom.
All right, well, go ahead and get your homework done, babe.
My Payments Plus provides an easy-to-use, efficient way to make payments quickly and securely anytime using a simple internet connection. You can say goodbye to the hassles of sending in multiple checks to multiple locations for multiple students. It can all be done with one payment on My Payment Plus.
Hey, Mom, don't forget I need more money on my lunch account.
It's already taken care of, JJ, and dinner will be ready in a little bit, okay? So go wash up for dinner.
Okay.
How much money have you been throwing away that could be going to your child's school? You can turn box tops directly to your child's school on a collection sheet or even in a plastic bag. Don't have a child in the Hardin County School District? Just send them to your closest school or even to a family member who does. To see a complete list of products with box tops along with printable collection sheets, visit boxtopsforeducation.com.
Welcome back to John Hardin for tonight's semifinals of the 17th District Volleyball Tournament. We're set here to start set number 3 after Central Hardin won sets 1 and 2. Sydney Jones serving for the Bulldogs. That one's long, and a point for the Bruins. Mullen checks back in on the front line as Brangers goes to the service line. 1 serving 0. Ridge to Sydney Jones, across for Holst, taps it into the middle, gets the kill. One serving 1. Judy Lee serves for the Bulldogs. Lauren Vest for Blair. Carroll gets the kill. Danielle Nelson checks in for Central. She'll head to the service line. 2 serving 1. Sydney Jones digs that one out of the net. Holst misplays it. Point for the Bruins. Three serving 1. Lee to Sydney Jones for Shorter. Touched at the net. Mullins gets it. Now Blair for Carroll. She'll bump it to the back line to Lee. Sydney Jones now for Holst. Not able to get that one over. Point for the Bruins. Four serving 1. Ridge unable to return it. That'll be an ace for Nelson. 5 serving 1. Newbie to Sydney Jones, gets it over. Blair for Mullins over. Now to be Sydney Jones for Ridge. Back line, it's long. It'll be 6 serving 1. Newby to Sydney Jones for Holst. That goes wide. And Coach Hampton going to take a timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties, for all your real estate needs, contact Ryan. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Back to live action. It'll be Danielle Nelson at the line for the Bruins, 7 serving 1. Lee to Sydney Jones for Ridge. And Ridge breaks a 7-point streak by the Bruins. Claire Wessel back into the lineup for John Hardin. Autumn Ridge to the service line, 2 serving 7. Nelson to Blair for Mullins. Mullins catches the back line and a kill. Sydney Phillips checks back in along with Lindsay Vest. Vest will head to the service line. Eight serving 2. Lee, Sydney Jones for Wessel. That goes long. 9 serving 2. Ridge, Sydney Jones for Holst. Brangers gets to it. Phillips, and then Nelson pops it over. Lee, that'll get into the net. Point for the Bruins. 10 serving 2. Lee to Sydney Jones for Shorter. Brangers gets to it. Lindsay Vest bumps it for Mullins. Dug there by Ridge. Sydney Jones for Wessel gets it over. Brangers to Lindsay Vest for Lauren Vest. Dug out by the Bulldogs. Wessel sends it over. Nelson to Lindsay Vest for Mullins. Blocked at the net. Nelson gets to it. Lindsay Vest for Phillips. Back corner to Ridge. Sydney Jones for Wessel. That goes long. And a point for the Bruins. Brianna Davis checks in on the front line for the Bulldogs. 11 serving 2. Ridge to Holst. Sydney Jones dumps it over. Phillips to Lindsay Vest. For Lauren Vest, she sends it down the line. Ridge gets to it. Sydney Jones for Davis. Davis goes long. Twelve serving 2. Lee to Sydney Jones for Ridge. Now to be 13 serving 2. Claire Wessel back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. And Lindsay Vest at the line for the Bruins. Ridge to Sydney Jones for Holst. Dug by Nelson. Brangers with the bump. Mullins will send it over. Dug out by Lee. Sydney Jones for Wessel. Blocked at the net. Holst gets to that one. Lee will bump it back inside. Jones will send it over. Nelson to Lindsey Vest for Brangers on the back line. Dug there by Lee. Sydney Jones tries to send it to the corner. Nelson gets to it. Lindsey Vest just gets it over and gets the point for the Bruins. 14 serving 2. Ridge to Sydney Jones for Wessel. That catches the back line. Point for the Bulldogs. Julie Kiter checks into the lineup for John Hardin. She'll head to the service line. 3 serving 14. That'll go long. Point for the Bruins. Sarah Powers and Addie Atcher back into the lineup. Powers heads to the service line. 15 serving 3. Ridge. Sydney Jones will send it over. Nelson gets to that one. Lindsey Vest for Atcher. Like I say, it was touched by the Bulldogs. Point for the Bruins. So it'll be 16 serving 3. John will take a timeout. John Hardin calls a timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production, HCEC-TV. Programming sponsored. It's supposed to be 16-3. Physical Therapy Associates. Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties. Bluegrass Cellular. E-Town Exterminating. And West Point Bank. As we come back to action, it'll be Sarah Powers at the line for the Bruins. 16 serving 3. Ridge to Kiter, back for Ridge. Lindsey Vest to Nelson for Lauren Vest to the back corner. It's in. And a point for the Bruins. 17 serving 3. Ridge to Kiter for Wessel. She just taps it over. Powers to Lindsey Vest for Lauren Vest. Dug by Kiter. Lee gets to it. Ridge will send it over. Nelson to Lindsey Vest for Phillips. Dug out by Ridge. Kiter for Wessel. Stopped at the net. Lindsey Vest keeps it in. Phillips sends it over. Sydney Jones tries to find a hole. Powers is there. Lindsey Vest for Atcher. Kiter dug it, but it's be a kill for Atcher. 18 serving 3. Wessel not able to return that. Point for the Bruins. It'll be 19 serving 3. Floats that one. Sydney Jones to it. Kiter now for Shorter. Back line, it's long. Point for the Bruins. 20, serving 3. That one floats over. Wessel gets to it, but it'll be an ace. (21) serving 3. Floats that one. Wessel gets to it. Kiter sends it over the net. Dug there. A ridge. Have a net violation on the Bulldogs. Point for the Bruins. 22 serving 3. Ridge to Keitel. Dug by Wessel. Lauren Vest unable to get that one back over. Point for the Bulldogs. Destiny Shorter heads to the service line. Kelsey Brangers checks back in on the back line for the Bruins. Sarah Jones checks in on the front line for the Bulldogs. 4 serving 22. Brangers to Lindsay Vest for Atcher. That catches the line. Another kill for Atcher. Lily Padgett checks back in for Central. Lauren Vest heads to the service line. 23 serving 23 serving 4. Lee to Kiter. For Wessel, she gets it over and a point for the Bulldogs. Julie Newby back in for John Hardin. She'll head to the service line. 5 serving 23. Lauren Vest to Lindsay Vest. Back for Brangers. Back line goes off Kiter. Lee unable to get to it. And it'll be match point for the Bruins. Allie Blair checks back in along with Jasmine Carroll. Blair will head to the service line. 24 serving 5. Sydney Jones, and that'll do it. As the Bulldogs unable to return it. Central wins 25-5. We will have the presentation of the all-tournament team. So far on it have been Ari Carter from Fort Knox, Michaela Rothrock, and Michaela Green, both from North Hardin. Central Hardin will be moving on to tomorrow night's finals and also next week's region tournament. Region tournament next week will be at Greene County. Check your local listings for the times and matchups.
The all-tournament team selections from tonight's game. Representing the John Hardin Bulldogs, number 10, Sydney Jones. And number 11, Autumn Ridge.
So Sydney Jones and AutumnRidge are named to the
Tomorrow's
all-tournament team.
championship
This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television
Will
student
tip off at
production.
6:30
HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties, for all your real estate needs, contact Ryan. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We'll be back tomorrow night at 6:30 as it'll be the Elizabethtown Panthers and the Central Hardin Bruins squaring off here at John Hardin High School for the 17th district title. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, for Mr. Dale Mings, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.
This has been a Hardin County Educational Community Television production. Live local sports are on Brandenburg Channel 1, and all rebroadcasts are on Brandenburg and Comcast Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and on our YouTube site. Also check out our live sporting events on nfhs.com or visit us at hardin.k12.ky.us. Hardin County Educational Community Television, located in Hardin County, Kentucky, a division of Hardin County Schools, airing on Brandenburg, Comcast, Spectrum, and also airing online.
Providing live coverage of local high school sports.
Covering community and school events, while teaching students along the way.
HCEC-TV, the area's leading educational and government access channel, training the next generation of media arts students.
Control your home even when you're not there with Brandenburg Telecom's home automation service. Turn lights on and off, lock and unlock doors, and change settings on your thermostat using your smartphone or tablet. Stop worrying whether or not you remember to close the garage door, and save money by programming your thermostat to reduce energy used when you're not home. Call Brandenburg Telecom for a free quote and enjoy the convenience of having home automation, phone, TV, and internet service, all from one local company.
All right, son, you ready to open your first savings account?
Yes, I am.
West Point Bank has been growing with our customers for over 30 years. We know what it takes to support them in every stage of their life. You need a bank that you know and trust to help you reach your goals and make your dreams come true. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple.
You have a choice because not all physical therapy is the same.
So when you need physical therapy, come to the one chosen as Hardin County's Reader's Choice winner 4 years in a row.
We are always working to better educate and stay ahead of the latest advancements in physical therapy.
Physical therapy can get you back doing what you love to do.
If you're experiencing pain, loss of mobility, or just want to feel better,
come see us at Physical Therapy Associates in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Hodgenville, and now open in Brandenburg.
Hey everyone, Ryan here. I just wanted to announce some exciting news that I'm officially a licensed realtor. I've been a part of a championship-winning basketball team, a conference-winning Bellarmine golf team, and now I'm part of an award-winning real estate team, JT Pitts & Associates at RE/MAX Premier Properties. If you have any real estate questions, real estate needs, or just want to reach out, please don't hesitate to call or send me a message. My number is right below. I'm ready to bring that winning mentality to the real estate industry so I can give my clients the service they deserve. Thanks.
Bluegrass Cellular's faster data speeds and more complete coverage keep you connected to your community, no matter where life takes you. Whether you're exploring your own backyard or forging new paths across the country. Talk better, text better, play better, and share better. Here, there, and everywhere. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
E-Town Exterminating, a locally owned, family-run pest control company, has been serving Hardin County and the surrounding area since 1976. E-Town Exterminating provides pest control for residential and commercial properties. E-Town Exterminating on Ring Road in Elizabethtown. Phone 737-6900.
E-Town Exterminating. What the buzz is all about.
For additional information on HCEC-TV programming, call 270-769-8855 or email Gina Ryan at hardin.kyschools.us. On behalf of HCEC-TV, we would like to thank all of our live covered sponsors.